Hey, we've got a Fender Deluxe Reverb reissue that I think it's from the 2010s. You can tell it's not a mid 60s or a 70s classic, old original Fender Deluxe Reverb. You can tell one thing is this kind of aluminum look. The old ones are like a steel for the chassis. The foot switch is a 1/4 inch, a single for the original. It's going to have 2 RCAs for the foot switch. This It's just pretty easy to tell it's a modern reissue. The power buttons kind of have that rubber coating for a power and standby. It just looks different. And what else? So it's got the old tube chart in there. This one has a Celestian greenback. So mainly, the main thing I would look for is the foot switch jack. They're just pretty easy to spot. Let's flip this thing around. This thing's actually pretty heavy. I think it's due to the aftermarket speaker is a little bit of a heavier magnet. So who knows? Maybe I'll get something lighter. We'll see how this sounds. So here's the front. Looks perfect. Perfect styling. Fender Musical Instruments Deluxe Reverb. Looks a lot like a 60s cosmetically. You're usually going to plug into vibrato channel. Here's your volume control. Treble. I usually put it about 6. Bass somewhere around 5. Reverb anywhere from 1 to 10. And your tremolo or vibrato intensity is how much of the effect is in there, and speed is how fast it oscillates. I did test this at a gig last night, and the reverb is a really long, kind of like a plate reverb. There's no splash or plink in it, so I'll probably replace the reverb pan. So we'll do a sound test on this as soon as possible. And we can hear that crazy reverb and check out the EQ and the volume. And I need to get a switch so I can activate the tremolo. I might have a spare switch somewhere. This channel is just your normal channel, no reverb or tremolo for the crazy people. You can just plug in, crank everything on 10, and it's just going to be blistering rock and roll. So these amps, I usually run them about 3. If I'm feeling crazy, I turn out to 4. They start distorting around 5. Depends on what kind of pickups you have. If you have clean single coils, it will sound pretty clean up to maybe 6. But this is just a kind of one of the recommended amps. If you can get a deluxe reverb, you're doing okay. I think they're super cool. We'll do more talk about deluxe reverbs in the near future, I'm sure. And we'll do a sound check on this real soon. Thanks for checking it out.